Witam Państwa, Jakub Kasprzyk, eurowizja.org. Przeprowadzimy dzisiaj krótki wywiad z reprezentantem Francji, jednym z gorących faworytów do zwycięstwa tegorocznego Grand Prix. Amir, how do you feel?
I feel good, and you?
Very good. That's my second day in Stockholm, and yours?
My second day too. I arrived yesterday morning.
Do you feel tired already?
Yeah, a little bit, not because of Stockholm, but mostly because of what came before Stockholm. I was in a marathon of promotion all around France, French TV, radio, press, and even outside France. So it took quite a lot of energy, and since we need to be very strong on next Saturday, I'm trying to rest as much as I can when I'm here. And the bed is comfortable, so these are good news, at least.
How was the French response to your song?
Actually overwhelming. I think that this is the first year after a long time when we have such a big support in the French media and the French population around the Eurovision Song Contest and the Eurovision representative for France. It's something that surprised all of us, and we are so happy about this atmosphere and the support that we get, that it gave me much more motivation to do my best and to make this Eurovision an unforgettable experience.
And even despite the comments that were claiming that you should sing only in French, how do you feel about those comments?
I think that this comment was very isolated. There was one politician that claimed this, but thousands of people on the social networks and in the press that told him, come on, you're waking up too late. This song has already taken Europe, and people like it, and people in France like it, and it's played all over the biggest and most major radios in France. So they actually made him understand that he was wrong, judging this is not the right way to represent France, because thanks to the two phrases in English that are in this song, it arrived to so many people that are not used to listen to French music, but they liked the song because they could sing along with the chorus and understand the message of the song. So actually today we understand it was a great idea to send the song in two languages. By the way, something that happened in the last years in the Eurovision Song Contest is that most of the contestants are singing in English nowadays. But in the past, they sang in their natural and native language. And it's something that got lost. And I don't know if I'm happy about it, but I'm happy of being able to connect to the past of the Eurovision, singing in French in my song, but still thinking about the future and the tomorrow while singing in English. My song has the chance to have both the languages in it and respect both of the traditions, the local and the international. So I have to say that I'm very happy.
And do you feel a lot of pressure because you are a favorite now?
Actually, this is what I don't want to feel. I don't want to feel any pressure or any feeling that it's going to be easy because of this. I'm a human, and of course I read what people say on the social networks. I am not isolated from this, and I'm trying to block the feeling of giving me the thought it could be easy. We are trying to focus on the work. We don't want to think that it's that we won already or that we are going to easily win. It's going to be a harsh battle. Many other countries have great songs and impressive stagings. I think that the contest is quite strongly open, and we all want to win. So I don't want to feel I'm a favorite. I just want to feel that I have much to prove on May 14. And right after this interview, I'm going to get back to my choreographer and rehearse for many hours today, because we want it to be the best possible, and we want to give a good representation of France in the finals.
There were some negative comments after yesterday's rehearsal concerning either the vocals or the choreography. How would you react to this?
I think that since it was my first rehearsal, I'm very happy to start from a point where people are not satisfied, because this was not the goal of this rehearsal. We didn't come to show the best that we can, because we couldn't. It was the first time that we were going on this stage, the first time that we see the arena and we see the staging and we see myself inside the staging, which up until yesterday we only saw on computer screens. So we had to take our marks and see how the camera is taking the whole thing. We went to the viewing room. We gave a lot of comments. We learned a lot from this first rehearsal. Our goal was not to impress or to do the best performance possible. This is probably going to happen in 1 week from now, and we have the whole week to take as much conclusions as we can. I think that the most important thing is that I'm very, very happy about how the universe looks on the stage, and my vocal coach is arriving on Monday. We're going to work on the vocals and strengthen the results that are given by the whole sound system here. Since we rehearsed in France, the whole settings and equalizing were not the same. Many things are going to get improved, but I'm happy to start from the bottom. I'm a learner. I think that I had the same feeling when I came to my first Eurovision preview in Amsterdam. I started from the bottom, and we learned, and we worked, and we did our best to get better in Tel Aviv and even get better in London. So now we have a few rehearsals before the big final, and I hope that the next time is going to be better, and the one after this is going to even be better, so that we can give our best on May 14th.
Do you think that all the hype um, can help the French viewers to overcome the fear of Eurovision? I mean, there were some polls made in several countries, and the French viewers were the most skeptical about Eurovision in general. And they claim that they are watching it only for fun or.
Yeah, so it's true that France has lost motivation in the last years because they didn't have great scores in the Eurovision, and because the song was quite forced on the population. They discovered the song 1 or 2 months before the contest and discovered the artist most of the time, so they didn't adhere to the idea of supporting it. This time things were made differently. First of all, the song went out and got onto the radios without speaking about the Eurovision. People liked the song, and after it became a starting hit, people started talking about the Eurovision. It has been announced officially. So then they said to themselves, wow, the song that I'm listening to every morning in my car when I go to work is also going to represent me, and I'm happy about it. This time we like the song that is representing us. Then the medias gave a lot of attention to me and to the song, so I think that it boosted the motivation around the Eurovision. This year we have media attention and popularity that has not been seen at least for 10 years. And I think that it gives us a really big momentum and will to promote the Eurovision idea in France for the years to come. But it also gives me a lot of motivation knowing that my people are behind me for the contest.
Let's talk a bit about your new album that has been released. What's the difference between this album and the other one that you released before?
Well, my first album is actually an album in Hebrew, which was released in 2011 but recorded in 2008. My real profession in that time was dentistry. So actually this was not an album that I gave my life to. I didn't focus on it as much as I focused on the new one. So I think that the first album represents maybe my will to be a singer, but the new album represents me.
So it's like your child now.
Yeah, it could be the younger brother, the unexperienced one. Today I think that I'm fully represented by the new album that went out. People like it in France, and this was very surprising and made me extremely happy, because I came out from The Voice 2 years ago and let myself disappear into studios and recordings. I didn't seek for media attention because I wanted to come back with my own music, not singing covers like in The Voice. And people didn't know what to expect. Some of them thought I'll do a ballad album. Some of them thought I will do an English or Hebrew album or even Oriental album. And when the album was released after my song Je cherchais, they were extremely positive in the press and also in the, of course, in the fans and the public. The album has a great start, and I think that the Eurovision gave me a lot of attention in France, which helped to promote the album. But basically, what I'm trying to build here, and my teams too, is a long career for the long term. I think that the Eurovision was an amazing starting point. The album is consolidating my identity as an artist, and I hope for the best. I think that we started above the expectations, and I really pray for it to stay in.
And why did you decide not to sing any song in Hebrew on the new album?
Because actually, between my first album in Hebrew and my new album in French, I moved to France and I started again. I mean, there was no career in the meantime. I did my first album in 2008, went to study, finished my studies, and then decided to restart as an artist, but in France this time, with a new state of mind, more professionally, a new musical identity. And France is the country that accepted me as a singer, that gave me the attention I got, and gave me the place and the conditions to become an artist. So this album is dedicated for my new musical country. Is dedicated to my new musical activity, and I thought it was the most natural thing to sing in French in this album. And I'm French too, so I mean, there was no question of why not to sing in Hebrew. It's just that when I did an album in Israel, it was in Hebrew. And when I'm doing an album in France, it's in French. And it's, I think, the most natural way to address and to get a contact with the local people that are listening to my music. I want them to understand what I'm saying. This is it, basically. But it's an interesting question.
Do you plan to make any promotion abroad? Maybe to come to Poland to make a concert?
Actually, I already was in Poland about a year ago. I came to sing in a birthday of a person that I know lives in Warsaw. It was quite a good experience, actually. He then asked me if I wanted to come again in September for a big TV show, but actually I was not free. We kept in touch, and we might do it again at some point. Now that people in Poland know me and my song thanks to the Eurovision, it's even more possible that it will happen.
Everyone noticed that you smile a lot, and I have to ask, what keeps you that optimistic? Because it's the question that everyone asks.
Well, I learned something at some point in my life. I read it, and it influenced me a lot. I read that you shouldn't wait for happiness to bring you the smile, but just smile and it will bring happiness. When I started smiling, I saw that it creates a very positive atmosphere in the exchanging with people, like right now with you. I'm sure that you feel more comfortable because you see a smile and you smile back. And I think this is the best way of communicating with people in this life. The second reason is that I have nothing to be sad about. I mean, everything goes well, and if it doesn't go well, then I'm trying to take conclusions and look at the full half of the glass. So basically, I'm just enjoying life, and this is the reflection of it.
My friend actually claims to have seen you in the metro singing Polygenova's song. Is it true?
Yeah, definitely. I sing many of the songs of other contestants in my everyday life. Polygenova is one of my favorites, so it's a big chance that I sang this song in the metro. We're here in the Eurovision Stockholm. The weather is good. The whole atmosphere is positive. So why not singing in the streets?
So let's cross our fingers for your performance, and could you maybe pass the greetings to our readers in Hebrew, because we want to hear this nice language as well.
אוקיי, לכל הקוראים של eurowizia.org אני מודה לכם על התמיכה ומאחל לכם יורוויזיון שמח.
Perfect. Thank you for the interview.